I work as a barista at a coffee shop in a large indoor mall in Bloomington, Minnesota. This mall was built in 1992 as the largest indoor mall in the United States. It is called the Mall of America. There are usually about 40 million people from all over the world that visits the Mall of America each year. There are weddings, concerts, fashion shows, celebrity appearances, and much more on a weekly basis. So, working in a coffee shop, we encounter everything and everybody. We greet the customers as they come in and tell them about our specials or new items. Not only does our coffee shop grind coffee beans, blend and brew hot and cold coffees and teas, we also sell prepared sandwiches, baked goods, and juices. The job is fun, exciting, fast-paced, and very busy. But we enjoy it, especially the people watching part. Oh, and because it is so busy, the tips are great. We have some great perks, but we also must deal with the problems. Sometimes we encounter stealing or arguments with people as to who was next in line. And part of being a barista, we get hit on a lot by guys and gals. One Saturday afternoon, we had a special going on and it was busy. I took an easy order for a large hot coffee. As I reached out my hand to return the credit card to the customer reached out and lightly touched my hand. I looked up and saw a handsome man staring back at me. He was wearing some jeans and a t-shirt, but all I could see was his muscles in his t-shirt. He looked into my eyes and gave me a wink and a slight nod of his head. Then he placed a tip in the tip jar, and he walked out the door. Then I took the next customer's order. Well, about 2 weeks passed by, and once again I was working on a Saturday. As I saw him walk into our coffee shop, we locked eyes right away. As he was getting closer in line, I was working with another customer when it was his turn, but he allowed the customer behind him go first, just so that he could wait for me to fix his order. So, again, it was a large hot coffee. And once again, he lightly touched my hand as I gave his credit card back to him. This time, he looked at my name on my uniform ID, and he said my name as he thanked me for his coffee. This went on for several more Saturdays, until one day he asked me what time I got off work. So, the following Saturday, he arrived a few minutes before I got off work and ordered his large hot coffee. He gave me a smile and then he walked out the door. My shift ended about 30 minutes later. As I walked out the door, he was sitting on a bench facing our coffee shop. He stood up and started walking towards me. We walked through the mall talking. He told me that he lives in Bloomington, but his job requires him to travel out of town throughout the week. He said that when he comes back home, after a long week of traveling, he likes to relax by coming to the mall as a way of winding down. He said that one Saturday he came into our coffee shop, and as he was waiting in line, he spotted me and thought he would like to get to know me. So he purposely made it a point to make sure I helped him each time. Eventually, we started seeing each other. Whenever he was in town, he would make sure that he came into our coffee shop, and he would wait on that same bench for me to get off work. He would take me out on nice, expensive dinner dates, and he was always a big tipper. He enjoyed taking me to the theater to see the latest movies as they came out. He would take me on long drives to the different lakes, and we would walk holding hands along the walking trails. We would talk about so many different subjects. He had a nice apartment with a good eye for decor, and he was also a great cook. He enjoyed finding new challenging recipes. Then we would go shopping to buy the ingredients. He loved trying different herbs and spices. I would help chop the veggies. He would prepare everything else. He said that he just enjoyed having me present as he prepared the meals. He liked serving his meals by candlelight. This new relationship was going great. He would be traveling during the week and home on the weekends. We were now dating for about 5 months. He came home one weekend and he told me that he needed to talk to me. He stated that there was something that I needed to know, and that it was something that may change my feelings towards him. It was raining when he picked me up from work. We were in his car driving down the street. He stated that what he was going to tell me all happened before we met. I sat in silence, listening and looking straight ahead. He began talking about traveling from state to state and how he has met different women in different states. He informed me that one of these women was pregnant with his baby. He said that even though this woman lives in another state, he felt that he needed to be honest with me. I thought to myself, these things happen and this isn't as bad as I thought. He then said that was only part of what he had to tell me. Then he said that there are 2 other women in 2 other states that are pregnant also. So he has 3 different women in 3 different states pregnant at the same time, and they all are due within the next couple of months. At that point, I turned, looked at him. Miss V, I really thought I had found this great guy. How do I deal with something like this? Wow, 3 babies due by 3 different women in 3 different states. First, it shows that no protection is being used by any of them. Second, he must be going back and forth between these women. These could not have just been one-night stands. For 3 women to have become pregnant during the same time, these women had to have gained some sort of feelings for him over a period of time. So, for you to have just started a new relationship with this man, he has gotten 3 women pregnant and started dating you, equals 4 different women in 4 different states. All within 1 year. If you are enjoying my videos, please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons.